Chicken schnitzels are so easy to make, but I have a really good tip for you. So I'm using chicken thighs, but I also have one chicken fillet. So what I've done is I've brined it in buttermilk, and I'm going to explain this to you. So this has been brining in the fridge. If you come in here close, you can see it. So we have some orange, a little bit of thyme or rosemary. I've used both because I have it, but you can just use one or the other. Some garlic, some buttermilk, and then this is the chicken thighs, skinless, boneless, and then this is one small half chicken fillet. What buttermilk does, it gives you the most succulent, delicious tasting chicken, so it does. And this can be done with pork chops or turkey, but definitely with chicken it works delicious, so it does. Cover it with cling film, leave it in the fridge. I have part 1 of this video started on my Instagram account that you can watch. So we're going to crumb this, we're going to fry this, and we're going to jazz up the breadcrumbs. Flat leaf parsley. I'm going to chop this here, use my big chef's knife, and then I'm going to explain what I have in the bowls here. So this is just some of the breadcrumbs, and these breadcrumbs here. Okay, so that's the ciabatta breadcrumbs. So I've just literally pulsed them in the food processor to make them a little bit smaller. A little bit of flat leaf parsley in there. We're going to grate some parmesan, yes, some parmesan into the actual bread. So this is 30-month-old, matured, should I say, parmesan cheese. Gives great flavour, and it'll give lovely colour to the crumbs, or you can use this one here. This is already grated. So whichever you want, a Parmesan Reggiano and the PGI logo. Really important. That's matured for whatever you're happy with. Okay, I need to heat my pan. And then I'm going to use some rapeseed oil. So this is an Irish produced rapeseed oil. I'm probably like a broken record now from County Louth, Derry Karma. And it's a really nice oil to cook with because you get a nice high smoke temperature. So I'll keep that low for a moment. And we'll put on one little piece of butter. Just one for now. Okay, we will do one, I'm going to mix this all together. So that's what it looks like there. You have your Parmesan cheese and you have your flat leaf parsley. 1 egg, a little bit of milk, and then some flour. And into the flour we will put some salt. So a nice pinch of salt. So seasoned flour. Okay. So this is my chicken thighs here, Mella. That's the little bit of thyme. Okay, so we're just going to literally get a little bit of kitchen paper over here, and I'm just going to slightly dry them off a little bit. Pat them dry. So remember what that buttermilk does. You don't taste it, I promise you that. So this is flour, egg, and breadcrumb. So I'll do 2 of the chicken thighs. This is one of the small, half a chicken fillet here. You can do the full chicken and the skinless again. Okay, just dry this one off here. So there's no bone and there's no skin. So remember that. That's really important. You don't cook it in the buttermilk. So into the flour and then into the egg wash. You're doing it like this. So keep one hand, if you can, kind of dry. Move that out of the way. And move this out of the way. So that has been in the fridge for 2 days, but 24 hours is fine. Crumb this, and you can do this ahead and you can actually freeze it. So we want to completely cover the chicken. Yeah, the pan's low down. So that's it there, Mel. You see that? Lovely. So I'm just going to pop it onto the pan. Lovely. Do the same for this. So kind of press it down. Give the pan a wee shake. So that's the 2 chicken thighs, and listen, chicken thighs are, to me, full of flavour, great value. This is the fillet here, Mela. That's it there. So it's half a chicken fillet. So I've kind of cut it in half. That goes in there. Okay, so whatever you prefer. Now you got to wash your hands. So just over here, just a little bit of soap. You've touched raw meat. With your breadcrumbs, you can reuse them again. You can pop them into the fridge, or you can freeze them. So with the butter now, the butter won't burn because of the rapeseed oil. If you use only butter, it will burn. So I'm going to get that nice and golden brown. I might move it to a lower ring because the middle ring here is quite high, and even though it's on a low heat, it can burn really, really quickly. So I'll just move this out of the way. It won't take long to cook this, and I'll tell you why. Because the chicken is nice and thin, there's no bone, there's no skin, and especially with the chicken fillet, it's very lean. You can freeze those breadcrumbs. Okay, so let me just see. So let's have a little look here. I'm just going to check this here. So we have our schnitzel. I want to leave it for another little minute here. So I'll switch off that. So we are going to serve this with some tomatoes. We're going to keep it really simple, really, really simple. I'll just wipe this down. And then what I'm going to do now. So tomatoes, we'll slice this, and then we will put a little bit of lemon. And then also what I would like in this is a little bit of olive oil. So these are the cherry vine tomatoes. So a couple of little slices of this. So I'll just put them into the bowl there, and you can see. Slice them using the point of the knife. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is my olive oil here. You can use balsamic vinegar, which I love, as you know. Just keep an eye. Remember, look at the gas is on low. I don't want it to burn. That's really important. I'm going to use a splash of balsamic, which I love, and then a tiny little bit of lemon zest. So you see me doing this in lots of my videos. So I've grated the Parmesan cheese, that's gone into the breadcrumbs. You could have put lemon zest actually into the breadcrumbs, would work really, really well. I'm going to use a little bit of sea salt, and that's my lemons there. And you can do them ahead. Okay, let's have a little look here. I'm going to flip these over. Beautiful. Look at that. Yum. Gorgeous. That there is just perfect. The butter gives so much flavour. The breadcrumbs too. The little bit of cheese in it. You could put sesame seeds, I should have mentioned that. But the buttermilk is the key to making it really soft and succulent. Now we are going to just open up some brioche bun. You'll just pick this up. So you can. Alright, you could make your own if you have time. But listen, there wouldn't be too many people making brioche buns, and I'm just going to literally toast these. You can put a little bit of oil if you want to, just to warm them up. They won't take long. So let me explain about brioche. It's an enriched dough. There's usually sugar, butter, eggs into it, strong flour, and it's a really, really beautiful dough. So it is bun, sweet, all those lovely flavours. This is a really nice salad. It's a little bit of cause or baby gem. So I'm just going to literally cut this. As easy as that. Probably won't even need that one there. So I've extra done there. We're going to make some mayonnaise, and we need to make sure that our chicken is cooked. So that's really, really important. But we want to make sure that these don't burn. So see how quick? I'll just switch the griddle pan off. Come on, off you come. So just give that a nice little toast in there. And then we're going to do a little bit of pesto mayonnaise. So in the bowl, we have some mayonnaise. We're going to put a spoonful of pesto, and we're going to mix this all together. So I'm just using the Simply Better, and this is the fresh pesto I'm doing. So this can be all done ahead. Your tomatoes can be done ahead, your chicken can be crumbed. Yeah, that's still a wee bit soft. It needs another minute or two. Remember, the thinner you cut the chicken, the quicker it will cook. So that's what it looks like there. That's our pesto mayonnaise. Nice bit of colour. You could chop in some basil into that, but you have the flavour from the basil coming through already on your, from the mayonnaise. And that's just full fat mayonnaise. Right. This is a really nice product, and it's a tomato country relish. So it is. So this is produced down by Wexford Preserves. So I'm going to put a nice spoonful just on the base of the burger bap. I'm going to put that there, and then we're going to arrange our tomatoes, so you can do it whichever way you want. So you have a lot of tomatoes. I love tomatoes. And then our salad. Now let's have a little look at our lovely chicken. Okay, so See the way it's nicely gently cooking, because this ring here was obviously a little bit hotter, so it was. Now in case I forget it, I nearly did, the mayonnaise will go on top, just on top of your salad. So that's really important, guys. If you can, make sure that you have kind of a lovely layered, if you can. Okay, just flip this over. So a little bit of rapeseed oil, that there, I'll just show you here, Mela. So this is the thickest part of the chicken here on the breast, and it just feels a tiny little bit soft, so you just need to give it another. This one here is more or less done. So this is the chicken thigh. So you can decide, some people don't like chicken thighs. If you were to give me one over the other, in other words the fillet or the chicken thighs would win. Honestly, I think it's just such a beautiful cut. And when you marinate it, and just to recap, just while that is cooking, just to recap why I did it and what I put in: buttermilk, just move that out of the way, rosemary, garlic, just slice the garlic, orange, it's optional, thyme, and some rosemary there. And that's the chicken. I done that literally 2 days ago in the fridge, and you need to take it out and kind of dry it off. Okay. So firm here, Mela. You can cut into it. I know by touching it that if it's anyway soft, that it needs to be cooked a little bit more. Another little bit more mayonnaise, or tomatoes, or salad, whatever you want, on the brioche bun. And there we go. Now switch off the pan. Flip over your chicken. I just think that is just going to be so tasty. The Parmesan cheese and the breadcrumbs. You can see that lovely layered effect. You'd want a nice big mouth in you for that. So we've the brioche bun, our Simply Better tomato relish, our marinated tomatoes with a little touch of lemon zest, balsamic olive oil, lovely salad, pesto mayonnaise, our lovely chicken schnitzel, and then some more mayonnaise, and then the brioche bun on top. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. I hope you try it. The recipe will be on the Macneen Facebook page, and happy cooking. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this, because we're going to have it for our tea now. Thanks a million.